We're going to take a walk around Michelle Stuart's studio. This is a fairly recent work of hers called Alice Springs. It was something that has to do with the light and the moths and the moon on a trip to Australia. We're going to swing around to another part of the studio. Oh my God. This is a large work that she did on a train. And it's a train from the Cotswolds to London, photographing, just continually photographing without stopping. This is 1/3 of the piece. There are about 370 photographs in the piece, and the plan is to have them all up on the wall as a demonstration of time and space in the landscape of southwestern England. Now we're coming to some smaller pieces that are photo collages that were done, I think, in 2015, which are the theater of, they're little theaters of memory, and they're objets and photographs and whatever put together and set up in little collages that can be moved and then photographed. This is the office where work is done on archiving, keeping records, keeping catalogs and books on the work. And the work goes back to 1950s, so there's a lot of catalogs and a lot of archives. So we're swinging around to a place in the studio where things get stored, but also where things get put that are ostensibly or potentially going to be used in making art. And then we set up here a very old encaustic painting that was done of Michelle Stuart while she was in art school by her teacher, Ed Kohn. And the bottles you see are earth and plants and different things suspended in, the plants suspended in liquid, but the bottles are earth of sites that were visited by the artist and were used in her work. And below are pieces that haven't been shown but have been made, and they're marked with the names and numbers of Then we have things right in front that are used in wrapping artwork. And when things get returned, they get put here first so we can go through them. Ha ha. So we're passing through an area here where there's some of the small sculpture pieces of hers. This is a work called Seeds, and it's a fairly recent work, photographic collage work of seeds and a manifestation of seeds. It's a metaphor for growth and the dynamism of the universe. Then we have storage areas. So when you're dealing with at least 55 years of artwork, you have to have a lot of storage. And a lot of artists get storage out of their space, but Michelle prefers to have storage in the space so it's readily accessible. This is things that she's working on now, so they're unfinished. But this is a work that is considered the wall to work on. And then she has a rather extensive library, and this is part of it. So this part of the studio is an area where we wrap things and store things as well. On the table are some little sculptures that are going to a show in Austin, Texas. So we've unwrapped them from storage and are making sure that they're in good condition and signed, and then they'll be wrapped up and picked up again for the show. In the back you see storage of old work, and this is where things come in and go out and get packed and wrapped and checked on to see if they're in kind of good enough condition, or in good condition hopefully, because they've been wrapped for many years. The piece on the wall is probably from 1987 or so. And some of the pieces on the table are also from the 80s and are going into an exhibit in Los Angeles, as well as some of the paintings over here on the wall. And this is the area that she uses as somewhat of a showroom of work, so that when people that are interested in the work want to see it, we can hang it on the wall. So these are all encaustic paintings. Most of them done in the 1980s that are going into a show in Los Angeles. And within them they're made with wax and earth, and some of them with actually plants embedded in the wax. The wax is imbued with the earth and sometimes with pigments. And this one is from, I believe she did in Oregon, and it has shells and plants in it. And I think it's rubbed with some aluminum powder to bring out the highlights. Another one is from the southwest of the United States, which is also earth. And below is part of a sculpture she did in Sweden, and it's a marble star, and the sculpture had 13 marble stars in a stand that pointed to the constellation that was high in the sky at the time, and seen by viewers in the park. Now to your left here is a photographic piece from probably 2017 or 18. Which is about the cosmos and seeing, so that there's a lens on the cosmos. So it's also about dreaming of who we are and where we are. To the left of that is a piece that's going to an exhibit in Los Angeles, which is a night sky. And that's probably from 1987 or 88. And to the left of that piece is a recent photographic piece, which in many ways relates to the night sky piece. And it's about light in the sea and the sky, and wonder above all.